Um, so maybe he'll share his story, but people are introduced that there's something else. I've also had a lot of people come in through the fitness world and get introduced to the financial world. Because what you start to find if you're a personal trainer is that, or if you're a hairdresser, or if you're a barber, that you are oftentimes people's most trusted confidant, and they start to trust you and offer suggestions and advice and tell you all kinds of things about their lives in that between a barbell, sometimes too much, but anyway, you get the idea. So there's a level of trust, and so that trust, if we can sort of build that trust amongst each other in the network, and then amongst the other things that we have to offer, my ultimate goal is to have somebody completely run Circle Fitness, someone completely run Circle Financial, someone can completely run Circle Life Coaching, and I'm not sure, maybe I make phone calls from the beach or something. I will figure that out. I'll never stop working. I love it too much, but it's not work anymore. It's a passion. So anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Actually, I'm going to start with our youngest member, who's a new intern with the GWAP Foundation. Tony, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself briefly? Welcome.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm a student at Occidental College, and I'm studying to be a double major in economics and media and culture. And I'm assisting treasury and bookkeeping with the GWAP Foundation, and just started about a couple of weeks ago.
And we're excited to have her. Sorry, I'm in the, just go ahead from left to right.
Your left and right is different to our left and right, so you have to call the names.
Go ahead, Attorney Griffin.
Okay, my name is Amy Griffin. I am the principal for the Griffin firm. We are a business and estate planning law firm where we are an all-Black firm, all-Black women firm, let me be clear. And we are barred in DC, Maryland, Virginia, and Massachusetts. And we support people to create, protect, and transfer wealth. I'm going to call on Sister McQueen.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Sister M Queen. The M is for Miss I. I don't put my name in a lot of my Zooms because people pronounce my name wrong. So I use my alias name. I am an actress. I've recently joined blockchain. So I'm into blockchain and trying to build a team. I've got my masternode in Coin, and I'm fairly new to all of this wealth that I am going to accumulate very soon.
Well, exciting. We hope to help you guide your way through it.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to call on to the next one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, my name's Tony Thompson. So I'm president of the Thompson Services Group, where we do a lot of consulting out here on the West Coast. Primarily, I have a flooring business where we sell some of the best waterproof and wood flooring for homes, as well as doing some other consulting activities. But I have an MBA, bachelor's in mathematics, MBA in finance and supply chain management. So I've been doing this for a while. For about 20 years now. So, all right. So who's next? Alice.
Well, thanks a lot, Tony.
You look like you had your hand up. So.
No, I did not have my hand up, and I do apologize. There were two links in my message, and I'm just sitting there. I said, well, I'll just wait until I hear somebody else talking, and I was on the wrong link. So anyway, I hope everybody is doing good. I guess you want to know a little bit about me, and I would just tell you that I am definitely on a mission to change as many lives as I can. I've made a commitment in the industry of financial services, where I've served for the past 8 years, along with Okolo and Pat and a few other people that have joined us here today. I've made a commitment to help change at least 100 women's lives by helping them earn $100,000 annually in this $8.5 trillion industry. I think each day is a new awakening for me, realizing just how much money is in this industry and how much money is on the table. And there is such a level playing field now for the first time in my 64 years that there's no one telling me what I cannot do and what I cannot have. And we have just opened this vault up and looking for some people that want to walk in it and help set the captives free. And so I'm just super excited about that. I hope that's why you were calling on me, because that's my story and I'm sticking to it, okay?
Alice is a partner of mine at Freedom Equity Group, which is one of the partners I'm going to introduce today. So she will be talking a little bit later, but thank you very much, Alice.
Cool beans, Okolo. Good to see you, man.
Yeah,
Hope
good to
I
see
see
you
you in
too.
Vegas in a couple of weeks. I hope I see you there.
We got to figure that out. We'll talk
Okay.
about that.
Thank you.
It's a busy summer, but yes, definitely. Thurman, go ahead. Thurman, are you there? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, yes, I am. Thank you so much. I'm here to learn, and wealth is absolutely essential, as you all have spoke about, in terms of our becoming free again. And I appreciate what you've said about all of the other things, including working out and the diet, as those are very essential. If we're not well, we got a major problem. And I'm into the natural living lifestyle myself. And economically, with regard to this Zoom meeting, I'm interested in the guap coin, of course. And also I'm a part of Us Lifting Us, which is there to remind our people that our original economic model was cooperative economics, and that's what its major model is. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Thurman. Do I have your contact information already?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, you do? Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I'm great with faces. I'm getting better with names, so I apologize.
Yes.
And Sky, welcome. Sky is actually meet Alice. Alice is our mentor's mentor. She's the mentor of mentors. And Sky is a new rep with us who has done an incredible amount of referring. So welcome, Sky. Please feel free to introduce yourself.
Hi, Sky.
Hi. Oh, I wasn't planning on talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay.
Ricky, I'm not in a good place to talk.
Oh, no, totally fine. I'll introduce you.
We lost you, Okolo. We cannot hear
Oh,
you.
there we go. Sorry. Sky's
Thank
one of
you.
those people that says, I know a whole lot of people. And let me introduce you to them, but getting licensed and doing all that. So, we've worked out the training arrangement with her, and right now she's excited, I'm excited, and we're gonna see where it goes from there. And let's see. So let me first just sort of give a big, well, first, hold on, let me just share something real quick. Share screen. Okay, can you guys see that?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so
Yes.
there's actually already, since this was done a week ago, 2 new partners to add. So now we have a tax professional to add, and we have a credit repair expert to add. So just imagine this has turned around a little bit. And so, we have a partnership with Freedom Equity Group. That is the life insurance annuities, personal pension side of things. We have Freeman Capital, which is financial planning, IRAs, stocks, bonds, mutual funds. I used to be securities licensed. I personally decided to let go of that license. There's certain restrictions that the SEC has over people's speech that I would just rather not be under. So I've let my securities licenses go. We have Attorney Griffin on the line with us tonight. Welcome. I appreciate you and thank you for being here. And as she said, she's going to be the estate planning side. She actually has a network of estate planning professionals throughout the nation for us to be able to tap into. And then there, of course, is Guapcoin, which is a revolutionary new currency, part of the blockchain technology that obviously I'm very involved in. But what I'm now realizing is right now we've got this entire ecosystem of Guapcoin. And what an ecosystem is merchants, buyers, investors. And what I'm finding is a lot of these merchants, buyers, and investors actually have money. And I'm finding that a lot of these people are realizing that the quote unquote traditional financial planning firms are not looking out for their best interests, are not truly interested in them, or whatever. So we have an opportunity, at least to start within this small group, to be it. And the group right now, on the small side inside of Telegram active, we probably have about 2,000 people. Wouldn't you love to have 2,000 people on a list to call, to talk to, who are interested in hearing what you have to say? Now, without being too arrogant, I will also say that all of these people know me and they all know me very well. So we are presenting something to this group, to this community, to this ecosystem, which one is needed, is appreciated. We're going to do right because that, Alice always says, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And so that is always our first step. So that's why all of our meetings are at least from the Circle Financial side, are free. So you can just imagine us being in the middle, and we're reaching out to Freedom Equity Group, and our meetings are free. We're part of the Freeman Capital meetings. Our time is free. Meetings with Attorney Griffin, our time is free. Giving them, talking about cryptocurrency, educating them on cryptocurrency and Guapcoin. Again, that's free. But in each of these places, for example, Freedom Equity Group, anyone who understands the life insurance industry, they'll understand how I could have written a case this week. Not the premium, but the money in pocket's going to be about, and this is not to brag, this talk is about how to get to $100,000 a year. So if we don't talk money, we're fooling ourselves. I will let Alice tell you where she is. I'm not going to call her out like that, but I'm just telling you, this call is about making $100,000 in the next 12 months. I can explain to you and show you and train you and teach you how I made $15,000 on one deal. How the average for a deal is going to be somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000. Now that doesn't mean all of them are going to be 1,000. Some of them might be, you might get paid 100. Some of them might get paid 10,000. But in terms of, if you start doing this right and start educating yourself properly, getting yourself involved in the community, and really, being a resource. Because if we start from being a resource and being a servant, then everything else falls into place. Really everything else falls into place. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Alice Comer, who's my partner at Freedom Equity Group. I've asked her to just sort of explain, like, how does that piece of it work? Like, and I will also tell you that this is my primary source of income. But Alice is my mentor's mentor. She's very dear to me, and I wanted her to come and introduce herself and introduce what we are doing at Freedom Equity Group, because she explains it better than I do. Or rather, I want another voice to be heard. Either way, but thank you, Alice.
Now, I thank and appreciate you, Okolo, and I definitely just commend you for what you have put together here. I mean, in its totality. We love Freeman Capital because there are some people that, you know, want to invest risky, and that's fine. I love what you're doing with the Guap coin. As you know, I am very heavily involved in that as well, and very proud to represent the community of Guap coin. But Circle Financial, and I'm interested in everything that you've got going on. So I'm just excited and I'm honored to be asked to be a part of your platform this evening. I will keep it very short and simple for everyone on here because I don't want to bore anybody. And when you said you is most definitely about the money, I don't care what it is you are attempting to accomplish in life. You cannot do it broke. And we've just been able to tap into not just the industry of $8.5 trillion, but a company that has truly leveled the playing field for us, that will allow us to go in. You've got people coming from other countries that have come here, and now there is a group of them that are all building 10,000 square foot homes and larger, just from this primary source of income. Because when you look at, and I don't like to use the I word very often, insurance, but when you look at the industry and how the commissions are structured, that they're paying you 75% of a policy that you write today, it could be $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year. And based on your contract level, they're going to pay you 75% of that. It could be $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. They're going to pay you 75% of that up front. Where else are you going to go? Just study a little bit, get a license, and educate yourself, because the key component here is the financial literacy education that we bestow upon everybody else, because that's the piece, family, that we've been missing. No one has taken the time to educate us on money and how it works. And so we're just excited that we're finally getting the knowledge. And I will tell you this, we're just beginning. We're just getting started. I've got a young man that just came on board. Actually, you met him, Okolo, because there are some people, we can't confuse everybody with everything we're doing, but there are a few select people that can handle the Guap and Freeman and Freedom Equity Group and everything else we've encompassed here. But I just looked today, this dude has been with us 6 weeks. He's got $17,000 in premium pending just for him on one application. So when you get in and you understand the nuances and how all of this works, and you know that you don't have to be an expert, and you're going to earn while you learn, and we're going to lock elbows because we're in this thing together, because it's each one reach one and teach one, that you don't have to be the expert. We let the experts do what the experts do. All you need to do is have a desire. That you need to have. We cannot give that to you. You have to have a work ethic. We cannot give that to you. And be coachable and teachable. And I'm telling you, $100,000 by the end of this year, when you see people cash flowing that in a week, you will know that it is so doable. And it is because of the proven, the predictable, and the profitable system that we have in place, that under the umbrella of Freedom Equity Group, you can create your own brand. Thus, birth Circle Finance. Mark Purnell birthed his brand. I am Trinity Financial Solutions. Under the umbrella, without spending all the money on the brick and the mortar and all the tens of thousands of dollars to establish yourself in this $8.5 trillion industry, you can come under the umbrella with us, create your own brand, and rock it all day, every day, for just $125. I mean, where else are you going to go to make that happen and be able to plug as many people as you want to in this proven profitable and predictable system. I didn't really know if Ocola wanted me to have a PowerPoint. I just love
No,
having a
no, no.
conversation.
You're
I
doing
just love having,
perfect. You're
I
you're
just
doing
love having
perfect.
the conversation. I just love talking to my people and letting them know, Black people, they have opened the vault for us with $8.5 trillion. And they're saying to you, for the first time in the history of my life, that you can come and get as much of this money as you want. Maybe you just want an extra $1,000 a month. I have 9 grandbabies. Thank God they're all upstairs. I thread
You just
upstairs, but
lost.
the ones that are here are staying up here. But I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, if you are seeking, praying for a way out, if you're in search of a vehicle, we've got it. We've got it. And the groundwork has already been laid. The foundation has been laid. We're just looking for a few people that are serious. Number one, change your life. If it needs changing, you may be cool with where you are. And if you are, hey, I commend you. Hat off to you. But if you're seeking and in search of something that can definitely set you free and be able to create that legacy for your family, we got it. We got it. You couldn't work with a finer gentleman. Okolo, many of you know Mark Purnell. I'm sure Andrea Gonzalez has been on here. We have a team of some winners, and they are out here making it happen. And they can help you make it happen in your life as well. Of course, as always, there aren't enough of us out on the playing field. So we're just looking for more people that look like us, that want to go back to your community, to your family, and educate on financial literacy. As you earn and learn, you're reaching to help educate others as well. And we've got the platform for it. We've got the system, and we got the proven track record. Your girl here, I'm just telling you, in December of 2020, our company, and totally not to impress you, and I know you're beyond that because you're on this call and we're like-minded. We don't believe the hype or read the press. But I was so humbled that my company shared $8 million with the individuals that earned 100,000 or more over the past, 8 years in 1 year, annual year calendar. And myself and Mark Purnell both were partakers of the 8 million that they just gave away to us in the form of equity share. One of the highlights that attracted me to the company, they said, we're going to build it, sell it, share it. And I'm like, really? With me? Nobody ever told me to come on work anywhere and they were going to share or give me a piece of the company. They did that. They sold a very small piece. They're going to do it again, guys. They delivered on the promise. Different kind of white folk. They delivered on the promise. And they will do it again in another 2 to 3 years, share another percentage of the company, and they'll do it again and again and again. The checks that went out, not stock for wallpaper or paper certificates, cash money, in the amount of $1,000 to $1.1 million, real money. And so they're going to do it again. Who does not want to be a part of an organization that you can work and not just work for commissions, but also work for equity? So I didn't really know how much time you allotted me, Ocola. I hope I covered.
No, that was perfect, Alice. Thank you. But
Cool.
and I'm going to call you out now. So I'm going to tell you that this is a leading question.
Okay.
Is it possible to make $100,000 in a 12-month period at Freedom Equity Group? Is that humanly possible?
So I will tell you the track record currently. Becky Bell, real
What about you, Alice?
Of course, me, yes, but I'm telling you, she did it in 6 weeks. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Got
That's
it.
my point. Can it be done? And that's how you evaluate a business. Is it real? has it been done? Are people doing it? Can you do it? And the answer is yes, 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 and yes. So the track record, 6 weeks, yes, and yes, thank you, Lord. We did it. We did it. Mark did it in 1 year. It took me a little bit longer to earn 100K in 1 calendar year. Now we are in the upwards of 200K in 1 calendar year. And I'm telling you guys, that's nothing compared to what some individuals are doing. I mean, they are just blowing. We got
We're
one
coming
guy.
after them though, Alice.
Oh yes.
We're coming
yes.
after them.
Oh no. Michael Deckard says we're going to change the color of the leaders board. Totally. We've got one group. He's running. Joel Guzman is taking the top 10 income earners to Europe. Gillis just took his top 10 to China. We want to do the same thing. I mean, I'm, rewarding and gifting, but nothing at that
When are we
level.
going to Jamaica?
Look, nothing at that level yet. Look, let me tell you this. Let me tell you what I'm looking at. Seriously. So first of all, we're going to charter a private jet for convention in Vegas. But secondly, you guys Google the Ritz-Carlton cruises. OMG, you got to check it out. That's cruising at a whole nother level. I just want you to Google it and check it out, because I know we are the chosen people, and I know that it is our time, and I know that it is our turn. And I was determined to find a group of African Americans that can come together, work together, love on each other, celebrate each other, locking elbows, man, and making this happen and changing lives one family at a time. Don't get me started, Okolo.
I know. I'm going to start preaching.
I can go.
I'm the Holy Ghost up in here.
I'm excited.
Well, we thank you, Alice. Attorney Griffin, if you could give us a little bit of your reach and what it is that you're bringing to the table, and the size and scope of your network. And I really, really appreciate you being here. And take it away. Thank you.
Certainly. So not prepared for the conversation, but
No, you're just talking from the heart. That's all we do here. You're just telling us what you do. There's no PowerPoint necessary.
So because my commitment is to create, protect, and transfer wealth with a focus on the Black community, I created the Association of Black Estate Planning Professionals. So we're a national organization that's a collaborative economic empowerment organization, so that we have financial advisors as well as attorneys, accountants, realtors, etc. I also represent and serve on the board for the U.S. Black Chambers, and I represent the National African American Insurance Association. So the intent is to, so wherever there is a need, we have relationships that can meet the need, where it's about economic empowerment for the Black community. And my goal is to support the bridging of that racial wealth gap. So. You're on mute.
Thank you. We appreciate the work you do, and we appreciate your contribution. And yes, I am a member of the organization, and everyone else who's going to be coming through Circle Financial will be encouraged to join as well. I don't know if I can force them, but we'll see about that. We also have on the line, I'm not sure if she's on mute, but I have Patricia Sunshine here, who's my partner in crime. And oh, there you are, babe. Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, y'all doing great. Thanks, Miss Alice.
Hey, beautiful. I miss you, and I hope I see you real soon. I had to get that in real quick.
Thank you. We'll see you soon, Miss Alice. Oh, that's all.
Oh, all right. Thanks, babe. We also have Anuket and Sundiata, who in this new iteration of Circle Financial were my first recruits. They've been my most loyal recruits. And I'll let them talk briefly. And if there's a story that they want to share somewhere in there, I'll go ahead and do that briefly though, because I want to try to keep this. Go ahead.
Yes, everything what you said is so true. I mean, this has been whew, a mind awakening. You know, it's things that we can do to make our lives better. My 3 girls gonna learn how to do this. You know, we happy with this. We're in all the way. We in all the way. Ain't that right?
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, and their kids are Guap coin holders, and they're learning programming and getting involved in things, and I'm sure they're going to be learning all the money concepts that their parents are learning and teaching. And really what I want people to understand is what we really have is a mission of changing the culture of money in the Black community. That's really what we're talking about here. We're talking about changing, you know, having people take that conversation from, oh, no, you can't get life insurance on me, you're trying to kill me or something, to, boy, you know what? We just had a child born into our family. For generational wealth purposes, let's make sure we have life insurance on the oldest person in the family, the parents, and the children. And then when the grandchildren come, let's make sure we have life insurance on them, because that's how the other people do it.
Absolutely.
We need a new culture with money, and it starts with education. It doesn't start with sales. It doesn't start with, hey, I got something to sell you, because they're gonna turn off instantly. But if you say, hey, let me show you something about how money works. Let me show you how some other people do it. Let me show you what the wealthy do and how they make sure that the passing of a patriarch or a matriarch doesn't destroy a family financially. You know, let us educate you on what that looks like. And, you know, that's our goal. I would even be so bold as to say, for many of us, that is our mission. And, you know, we just take it forward. And as we continue to go, more and more people are going to come along on this ride. You know, my goal is to have 100,000 Blacks to 100,000 income. And when I did that math, I realized that was impacting the Black community by $1 billion. And I was thinking, okay, well, what are all these people going to do? And I said, well, what if each of these people had like a 10-year career, which is not long, and they helped just one family a year, which is not many, and they secured $100,000 of generational wealth for each family. So in a 10-year career, you help one family a year. I'm pretty sure my numbers are right here. That would be generating $1 trillion in the Black community. Wow. So what I always tell people, if you're going to be talking about Black America, African-American economics, you have to include the T word. You have to, because we spend $1.5 trillion a year, and that money goes out of our communities within 6 hours. So what that means is before you get home on Friday night, there's already a dump truck parked up to the back of your house, shoveling money into that dump truck, shoveling that money into Walmart, shoveling that money into Nike, shoveling that money into Bacardi and to Marlboro and to this and to that and to Chinese food, and all shoveling. Now, just imagine if we could just keep that a little bit, just a little bit. And then what if we started doing international trade just a little bit? And we started talking to people in the Caribbean and in Europe and in Africa and in just a little bit. Like, we have to be talking in the trillions, and we have to be comfortable using that word. And we even have to learn what word is next. Like, someone just told me recently, what is it?
Gazillion.
Gazillion, there it is, gazillion. It sounds like a made up word, doesn't it?
That's real.
That's real talk.
Remember Mansa Musa, you couldn't put a number on the wealth he had.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So Julie is another member of the Circle Financial team. She has her whole family involved. They are in the process of getting their licenses. When that process gets finished, I'm really looking for and excited about what's coming from her team next. They've got diamonds there that they don't even know are diamonds. You know, it's like you feel like this little rock in your shoe and you're like, what's that? You know, what's that pebble? And you pull it out and it's a gold nugget. And then the other one you pull out's a diamond. Like, that's what we have up there. You know, we've got a pastor and a first lady, you know, who's ready to just, you know, hit the ground running. And again, when we lead with service and we lead with education, that's what's going to open up the people's hearts. You know, when we lead with, hey, I got this gimmick that, you know, you can make some money real quick. And then we run fell for every single one of those, and we keep falling for them every single time. Raise your hand if you joined a gifting community. Raise your hand if you lost money. I'm proud of you, Attorney Griffin. I'm proud of you because you're the only one. But the point is that we do these things for so many reasons. Oh, a friend of ours asked us to, and we want to help them out. And we, you know, it's only $20 or it's only $100. So we're going to help them. Like, no, we need like real, like, no, everybody knows financial services is a real career. Everyone knows estate planning is a real career. Everyone knows money management and what we're offering here is serious, it's needed, it's wanted. And all we have to do is go make ourselves known and available. And now here's the really deep part. And then this last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to open up to questions. Oh, and Ebony's here. Oh, hi, Ebony, didn't see you. And Talia, hello, and Widmark, welcome all, welcome all. So the last thing I'm going to say is we're living in the age of the divine feminine, where the matriarchy is coming back, but not like it never really went away. It didn't, but in terms of the respect and the proper place that it is supposed to be in society and in family, it is coming back. My family, it was always my Nana who ran stuff, always. In most families it was. And so what that shift is now happening globally. That shift is now happening within the nation. And, you know, it is not a coincidence that it is a Black woman who is now vice president, who is a heartbeat away from the president. These are not coincidences that happen. These aren't coincidences. So when we look at that and we look at leaders like Alice, we look at goddesses like Patricia, we look at Ifa priestesses like Tavana Evans, you know, we look at all of these things and all of this energy we have here. And then I have a conversation with a woman and she says, you know what, I've got 2 with a 3rd on the way. And okay, so we all think, oh, she's probably talking about kids, right? No, she's talking about 2 income producing properties with a 3rd on the way. 40 years old, no kids, $80,000 in the bank that she has absolutely no idea what to do with. And she's reaching out, crying for help.
She needs help. Mm-hmm.
That's what Alice's mission is. Mm-hmm. That's what a portion of Circle Financial's mission is going to be. So I need a woman to be able to stand up and be that face. If Patricia, you want to be it, great. If you want to do something else, great. You know, somebody's going to stand up and be that face. You know, I can't do it. I can preach it. Alice, there you go. That's just what I wanted to share so far. I'll open up to any questions. We do have the Guapcoin meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. We are going to be talking about cryptocurrency, Guapcoin, and taxes. It's a topic that a lot of people don't want to talk about, want to ignore, close their eyes over, but it's a conversation that needs to be had, and people at least need to be aware of it. So that's going to be happening at 8 o'clock, and that is at zoom.ocolo.org. But I will go ahead and open it up to questions. You can go ahead. We're a small enough group. You can just go ahead and talk. Go ahead, Sister M Queen.
Hi again. This is my first meeting, and I'm not clear as to what the Freedom Equity Group is, the Circle Financial. You was talking about licensing.
Yes,
Like
okay, so let me
somebody-
clarify that. Thank you, thank you.
Mhm.
So what we do at Freedom Equity Group and the core business at Circle Financial is life insurance, annuities, personal pensions, working with business owners, buy-sell agreements, on the higher end, estate planning. So that's what we do at Freedom Equity Group, and that's also what we do at Circle Financial. What Circle Financial has then done is created a partnership with others so that we could offer a much broader array of services. So for you specifically being in the United Kingdom, Alice, you can confirm if I'm right, but I don't believe we actually have services that we can sell in the UK. But
Mhm.
finding ways that we can partner or finding a company that you can partner with there, because
Yeah.
at this point, it's not only about, well, let me send you business and see how much money I can make. It's let me send you business because you're going to win. And I know that someday you're going to think about me and you're going to try to get me to win. And ultimately, if you're winning, then I'm winning. And if I'm winning, you're winning. And that's really what it's about. So if we can build a network, because then eventually you're going to have people in your network that come over to America or are in America. And then we're going to have people in yours. So, that can be a conversation we have offline, certainly,
Yeah.
understanding what your background is. You might have access to people that you don't even have to say, hey, I'm trying to sell you something, or you'll just say, you know what? This is how somebody helped me. And I think they could help you too. And that's
Yeah.
what Sky's done. And
Mhm.
that's what Sky's done. That's all she said. Hey, this guy, he helped me. He's really great. I think you should talk to him.
Yeah.
And then she
Okay.
gives me their phone number. I call them, and the rest is history. So we can
I hear
definitely talk
that.
about that offline, but the core business of Freedom Equity Group is life insurance, pensions, annuities,
And the legal way to amass wealth.
and the legal way to amass wealth in a tax efficient manner.
Absolutely.
Okay.
In a
Absolutely.
tax efficient manner.
I have people in America who can, I can try and jump on as well. Next week.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Beans.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Oh, hi, Michael. How are you doing? If there's no
What's
quick
going on,
questions-
Nicolo?
Hey,
What's
I'm
going on,
doing
sir?
well. If there's no other quick questions, why don't we just have the new people introduce themselves? If you haven't introduced yourself, just sort of tell us, quick background, what your professional background is. Just go ahead quickly and just introduce yourself. Thank you.
You know what, Okolo, I have to tell Michael, I kind of put your business out there. We were talking about money, and I just happened to look in the back office. Well, you got some major commas behind your name in the back office. And I told them how long you had been here and how our system is set up to set you up for success. And that's all I'm gonna say. And I just drop you a text.
Hey, you know what, Alice?
Yeah.
This is an embarrassing moment now, but I just do what I do, and I let the numbers fall where they may.
Yeah.
So
Right.
So if you want to share with me what my numbers are right now.
Oh, we have to be here for a little while, Okolo, because
you gotta add up the numbers.
Look, and I want everybody on here to know we have what is called a leaders board, and it had been dominated by other individuals that did not look like us. And Okolo broke the record and made history as being the first African-American man, not just Okolo, Mark, and Pastor Thomas, to make the #1 spot on that leaders board as a personal producer. And you guys have to understand that's huge, because people here are cash flowing anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 a week in income, just to give you an idea of who is facilitating this call. And then Michael, I work personally with him, known him for over 20 years. And I'm so proud of him and grateful that we were able to reconnect. And I'm telling you, together, all of us are going to make history. We're going to make history. So with that being said, Mike, I just want you to know, I put your business out there a little bit, because I saw your numbers and I had to go take a drink, and you and Okolo both. I'm like, oh my God, let's dominate. Why not?
Well, see, See, now you put my business out there that I don't even really know. So, but that's a good thing.
See,
That's a good
Michael's
thing.
just
That's a
working
good
like
thing.
me. Michael's just working.
That hey, Colo, I tell Alice I'm like a Keurig coffee machine, bro. You just put me to work. I don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? I sleep about 4 hours every 48 hours. This is what I do. You know, I'm blessed and fortunate to get reconnected with Queen Comer, as I call her. You know, we had a former life in another business some 20 plus years ago. My kids were little. Now they're all grown, and I got a grandson now. And I haven't been in the networking business since then, really. You know, went back to corporate America. I have an IT background as far as what I went to school for, and I just pretty much had been settled with doing some things. I did some real estate investing. He had some home assisted living project going, and that kind of went to hell in a handbasket through a bad relationship situation. But God is the provider. He's our El Shaddai. And when we
Almighty.
have
El Shaddai.
hit our lowest points, yeah, when we, as I was just sharing with our team earlier on our morning call with Queen, you know, when we hit our lowest points and we get in our darkest moments, that's right before most people quit, but they don't understand that the sun comes right after the darkest moment in time. So if you can just push through, you know, keep your wit about you and don't buy into the negative press and just limit and focus, it's gonna be all right, you know, and God is my witness to that. So I'm looking forward to being able to be a blessing. And Alice knows I'm from the old school, so I'll be 54 on my birthday, and I'm about helping, you know. I don't want to worry about if the person is in my direct downline or am I going to get paid on what they do. If God bless me for them to, you know, do whatever, I don't look for it to come from that particular person. I look for my help to come from the hills, because he's the ultimate judge, and any and everybody else is all about, you know, not the same thing. So I just appreciate the opportunity to be reconnected with the most dominant, soon to be. And I told her, Okolo, that we're going to start, my team is going to start out the precedents at the national conventions. We're going to carry some black martialots. We're going to start changing the leaderboard, bro. We're going to put some permanent color to the situation. You understand what I'm saying? That's just
Right.
what that is. So just blessed to be a part of this team. You know, looking forward to working with all of y'all. And I know that this is just one avenue. Jumanji June, as I've named it, it's going to be pretty awesome. I've got some other things that are about to pop off that God has blessed me with. So I'm just blessed to be an opportunity to be in the place where we're at, to be working with the team of folks that we're working with. And I just look forward to being able to watch all of us change lives forever. You're going to help save people's monies that they've worked their entire life to achieve. And then we're going to help change people's lives by what we're able to help them make and earn. So I'm just looking forward to the opportunity, bro. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. We're running a little short on time. The other meeting does have to start right at 8. But if anyone had any other questions, or could just introduce yourself quickly, go ahead. Talia?
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
So I received this invitation from a friend, and I was just coming to see what it's about. I'm an educator by profession, but I'm also in a master's program. I'll be finishing in December studying regenerative studies, which is a combination of organic farming, green architecture, and renewable and alternative energy. And so I also have my own business. I import, or I trade high quality organic food products from Black owned businesses. So right now my main products are organic spelt flour and organic sea moss from the Caribbean, with plans to expand with products from Africa by the end of the year. And so I was just coming to get more information. I didn't really know much of what this was about. So I just kind of tuned in. So
Well, thank you. So the other piece of this, I'm not sure how much of you heard from the beginning, but so we're building a network. And what we're going to end up being is a network of networks, just like the internet was first, and then it became an internet of things. And then we had a blockchain, and now it's becoming a network of blockchains. So we're creating a network of networks. So if you're trading, internationally, then we want to know about it, and we want to put you in touch with the people that we're in touch with to make your stuff bigger and to make theirs bigger. Because we believe our network is big enough that we can bring enough value to your life that that we believe we can bring an additional $100,000 to you. Whether you take this Freedom Equity Group or Circle Financial opportunity, quote unquote, or not, we believe that as a network, we can bring that much value. So just in terms of Attorney Griffin, I'm not sure how many estate planning cases we have to, as a group, come up with to get that additional 100K in your pocket, but we're going to be doing the numbers on the calculator to see if we can, to see what we need to do to get there. But that's the kind of thing that we're talking about. So it's not just, oh, this is the only opportunity that exists. You either sell life insurance or not. Like, no, like the life insurance is just a piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. So I just wanted to share that, and thank you. Any other quick questions or comments or introductions before we end?
The only thing I wanted to add, Okolo, and I know we would go into much more detail at a later time, not just life insurance, but life insurance with living benefits, which gives us the edge on anything that is out there in the market. And I'm telling you, would do yourself a grave unjust if you don't get the details as to what we offer, because our products sell themselves. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to sell. You don't have to. Our products sell themselves, but it is the education on the financial literacy and the opportunity to make that $100,000 by the end of this year, if that's what you choose to do. I just wanted to add that in, and that it is such a pleasure to meet all of you shining, rising stars in your own rights and in your own areas of success. So, and looking forward, if I can help you in any way, I'm already interested in the CMOS, I'm interested in the estate planning, I'm interested in how I can be a part of that National Black Chamber. I'm just really excited that we've been able to come together. And if you notice, I put in the chat, I just can't wait to the first conference. I already see it. I mean, I just already see all of us there and just loving on each other and supporting each other and creating that ecosystem. And especially after we just watched the Black Wall Street, and learn more about Greenwood for the first time ever, really, after having to go to Washington, D.C., to the African American Museum to try to do my own research there. But finally, and it's time for us to do that again. So I'm just all in. And again, I'm excited, Okolo. And again, thank you, my brother, for having the vision to put all of this together.
Thank you, Alice. And thank you, everybody. And if you just feel like you need more, go ahead and jump over to zoom.okolo.org. The GWAPCoin meeting is about to start now. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great.
Y'all soon.